1 Peter 3:5 says, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect." It's 1 Peter 3:5. Are you doing that? Are you able to enter into conversation with someone you disagree with and do this with gentleness and respect? Those last two words are critical. But are you also able to give a defense? There's a time and a place to give a defense, to defend what you believe. And there's a way. There's a time and a place and a way. There's a time and a place where the person's invited us to have a dialogue. More often than not, in conversations, it's not a dialogue. Someone's giving us their opinion. What if we didn't respond with our opinion and we actually respond with curiosity and we actually learn more about their opinion and left it at that for now? What if we changed some of the ways that we interact in that dance of relationships, just in general, and allowed a person to have their opinion and to express their opinion and to kind of pull it out and talk about it and think about it out loud without us giving our sometimes harsh counter opinion? Now think about, I've talked about this in multiple videos where we have the unconscious, non-conscious, where we have kind of the operating system and things going on back there that kind of just stay in ruts and stay in places or just are rattling around. And then we have our conscious, which is engages our prefrontal cortex that helps us make choices, conscious choices. A person has all this information rattling around in their head. They're choosing certain beliefs and certain opinions, but it actually gets transformed when it's verbalized. And so you might be talking to a person who believes one thing, and as they verbalize it, it starts changing. Same for you, same for me. This is why it's actually important to be in dialogue and in relationship and to bat around ideas when there's permission to do that. But this 1 Peter 3:5, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord." First things first. God is God. Christ is Lord. Do I see that? Do I understand that? Do I have that in the right place in my head, my heart? Am I in relationship with Him? Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you, not everyone who is just around you, who's within your, big horn that you can yell out, to give the reason for the hopes that you have. What do they see? They see hope in you, and they want to know what you have. Can you give your response, your defense, or your explanation, or your story? This is where testimony is powerful. Here's what I believe. Bam. No, what about, here's my story, and here's things that happen that makes me who I am and influences my opinion and worldview. That's a different tactic, and it's down to that last part. But do this with gentleness and respect. May we never be a bully or harsh with people with our opinion or our imposing that, if you will. It's a really difficult thing. It's a critical skill for us to have, and it's coming from Scripture, 1 Peter 3:5, for us to do this and do this with gentleness and respect and have a defense for those who ask. Why? Because they see a hope in us. May you be someone that has a hope in you. May you be someone that has a marriage that someone looks at and goes, I want that. Or a family and they say, I want that. I want the way you guys interact. This is a beautiful, I guess you could say, beautiful dance that makes you, that it makes us more like Christ, which should be our goal. So may you build a healthy, strong, beautiful, happy marriage and family that honors God, that exhibits this, and that may you give a defense when asked because of the hope in you with gentleness and respect. Hey there, it's Dr. Corey Gilbert from the Healthy Marriage Inner Circle and the Warrior Marriage Podcast. I would love to actually dialogue more with you. I'm working on building a free Facebook group to actually do more of this and teach more and talk more and actually serve you with specific questions you have. You can check it out at facebook.com/group/thehealthymarriage. It's a free Facebook group, and I want to actually continue to invest in you and help you invest in your marriage and your family to build something that you're proud of and that's strong and that can endure hard times. So again, bless you, and may you build a healthy marriage.